Part 2. The man who gave back years passed, and Daniel had rebuilt his life. He had a steady job, a roof over his head, and food on the table. But with new beginnings came new challenges. Bills piled up. Old fears returned. Sometimes at night he still woke up thinking about the years he had lost, the people who once looked down on him, and the emptiness that used to fill his heart. But one evening on his way home, Daniel passed a park where the homeless slept, and he saw himself in their faces, cold, hungry, and forgotten. Something inside him shifted. If I can rise, maybe I can help others rise too, he thought to himself. The next day, Daniel took part of his paycheck and bought hot meals. He returned to the park and handed them out. At first, people were suspicious, but when they tasted the food and saw his smile, they felt hope. And Daniel, for the first time, felt a new kind of joy, the joy of giving. What began as one man with a few meals turned into something greater. Neighbors saw what Daniel was doing and joined him. Soon, there was a small community kitchen run by volunteers, serving the forgotten. Daniel's story spread, and people began to see him not as a man who once fell, but as a man who rose and lifted others. But not everyone approved. Some mocked him, saying he was wasting his time. Others questioned his past, reminding him of the mistakes he once made. The old wounds threatened to open again. But Daniel remembered one truth. The same way others once gave me a chance, now it's my turn to give chances. One winter's night, Daniel met a young man who reminded him of himself years ago, lost, hopeless, and ready to give up. Daniel placed his hand on the young man's shoulder and said, "I know how it feels. I've been there. But trust me, you can rise again, and I'll walk with you until you do." That night, a new story began, not just for Daniel, but for the many lives he would touch. Daniel's life was no longer just about survival. It was about legacy. He had turned pain into purpose, scars into strength, and loneliness into love. His story proved one truth. Even the darkest chapters can lead to the brightest pages.